Hey guys, welcome to another video of mine. It's quite a and this is another video of mine. Now in this video, it's a talking point video regarding N'Golo Kante. Now I want to give you guys a bit of a debate. Should we consider selling N'Golo Kante if the right offer came in? Now there's a lot of factors that needs to be considered. It's going to begin to positives and negatives. What Kante's done for us, how crucial he is to our first 11, why he's one of our best players, and you know why we need to consider if we get a top bidding for him. Obviously, going to get into details and obviously some news regarding him as well. But before we go into that, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to my channel. If you're not on here, make sure you hit the notification if you're notified every time I do upload. Subscribe to my channel if you're not on here, and comment down below your thoughts and opinions on the talking point video. But without further ado, let's get straight into it. Now regarding N'Golo Kante, like I said, he's 29 years of age now. He will be 29 years of age in March, so you know he's in his prime and he's approaching to that late 20s, early 30s now. And you know recently he's picked up a lot of injuries. We can't deny that. He's currently injured again at the international break. It was a precaution, but remember last time I had a precaution, he was out for 3 weeks. It's another muscular problem, another muscular injury. That's what Didier Deschamps reported. And how many times has happened this season? Now, he never used to get these type of injuries. You know, you can put it down to many things. Is it the medical staff? Is it the medical team? Are they not doing their jobs properly? Is Lampard rushing him back too early? Or is it just Kante getting older and the fact that we have to accept that due to his playing style, he's going to be more prone to these type of injuries? Now, he never used to get them last season, 2 seasons ago, even 3 seasons ago, and even with Leicester, he never used to get these type of muscular injuries. But now that he's getting to his age, 29 years of age now, approaching 30, where, you know, it's going to happen more frequently because of his playing style. Now people are wondering, oh, you know, you've got old players like Jorginho who's 28. He's not old. You've got players like Jorginho who's 27. You've got other players as well that are much older, much experienced, that never get these injuries frequently. But you know, everybody works differently. That's the thing. And what I want to say is, the reason why he's getting these type of injuries is his playing style. You look at a player like Jorginho, he's 27, he's going to enter his prime. But the reason why Jorginho can go up to 33, 34 is because he's a very slow, very tactical. He dictates the game. He's very press resistant. He's fantastic at reading the game and he's a mastermind. He controls the game. But everything is slow down for him. Everything works in his brain rather than the actual pitch. With Kante, it's more all about directness, his muscular injuries, because he relies so much on athleticism, his running, his pace, his agility, and his stamina. When you rely so much on your legs, when you put so much pressure on your legs and your muscles, eventually there will come a time where, you know, they'll just fold and capitulate. There'll be a time where you're going to get frequent injuries, because you're relying heavily on your muscles, on your legs, and therefore as you get older, because you're relying on so much on your athleticism, you're then more prone to these muscular injuries, muscular tendons. These parts of your leg are crucial when it comes to this. Now I'm no expert, I'm not a doctor, but it's fairly common. It's rocket science if you study biology. When you rely so heavily on your legs, you know, you're going to start getting muscular strains, muscular injuries. And like I said, he's getting to that age now. He's approaching to your 29, 30 years of age where these injuries will become more prone now. So it's now a question of, should we consider selling him if a right bid came in for him? Now that's just a debate. That's just not, I'm not saying, you know, if we got 100 mil for him, sell him immediately, but we need to consider. Remember, he's not getting any younger now. He's now more prone to injuries because I explained why. Due to his athleticism, due to his heavy reliance on his muscles, he's now going to be picking up more muscular injuries. You have to consider, we also have other players as well. Mateo Kovacic, who played a lot in pre-season. I know it's pre-season, but he's a fantastic player. You know, transitions the style, transitions the game, controls the tempo, moves the ball quickly. You can do a fairly good job, a world-class player. And remember, with the money that we can get from Kante, we can always buy a younger player, such as Bruno Guimaraes, who's a top world-class potential player. And my point is that it wouldn't be the end of the world if we ever sold Kante, but that's only if the right offer came in. Now that's just a negative, but the positive, of course, if you do sell him, you're losing a top world-class player. He's arguably one of the best box-to-box midfielders on this planet Earth, if not in Europe. He's a top player. You know, he always gives 110% on the field. He hasn't got a massive ego, which is always a beneficial thing for the dressing room. He works well. He's very compatible, fantastic. He's an all-round world-class player. He's a top box-to-box midfielder. He can defend. He can cover the spaces, cover immense amount of ground in a short period of time. Interceptions, tackling, going forward, scoring, dribbling past players. He has it all as a box-to-box midfielder. He's simply a world-class player. And obviously, if you do sell him, you do lose this. But like I said, with his frequent injuries, the fact that he's approaching his 30s now, you know, how he relies on his muscular injuries, his athleticism is now going to become a massive issue with N'Golo Kante. And now getting into reports on Telegraph, The Guardian, and some numerous Spanish reports reported that Real Madrid are really keen on signing N'Golo Kante. Now, I made a video a few weeks ago on N'Golo Kante. Now, Real Madrid are really keen on N'Golo Kante's signature, and they're reporting that Chelsea value N'Golo Kante at 160 million euros for the 29-year-old Frenchman, and that Real Madrid don't want to pay the full amount, but they're willing to give 100 million euros plus James Rodriguez for this deal to happen. Those are the Spanish reports they're reporting right now. My thoughts, opinions on the story, whether it's reliable or not, is completely out of the story right now. My point is, I think James Rodriguez is a top player. He's a top player. He's very versatile. He had a really good loan spell at Bayern Munich, really good at Madrid, a top class player. However, I think that we already have those positions, and there are much better positions available in the market right now. We have Mason Mount, Loftus-Cheek. You know, there's better targets such as Jadon Sancho for the wing. He's not quick enough for the Premier League to play on the wide side, so his only suitable position to play, if we did play a 4-2-3-1 or 4-2-3, would be the number 8 position, number 10 position. But like I said, we have Mason Mount and we have Ruben Loftus-Cheek, so it wouldn't be smart or clever to do this deal. For me, if we did ever sell him, it'd have to be a complete cash deal, or a player that I was really interested in is Luka Jovic. Now, last summer, because of our transfer ban, we were unable to sign Luka Jovic. He obviously then moved to Real Madrid for £52 million, and it hasn't quite worked out for him. I'm not going to lie, he had that fantastic world-class form at Eintracht Frankfurt. He moved to Real Madrid, it hasn't quite worked out for him. Scored a couple of goals, yes, but he's out of favour now with Zidane. Zidane doesn't rate him that highly, and he could be going out on loan. Now, Karim Benzema is the preferred number 9 for Zinedine Zidane, and Jovic is kind of out of favour. Now, my point is I'm going to give you guys a scenario. If Real Madrid ever put on the table 100 million euros plus Luka Jovic for the signing of N'Golo Kante, would you guys take that deal? Leave me your thoughts in the comments below, yes or no, and give me a reason why you would do it or you wouldn't do it. Personally, if you want my personal opinion, I would love this deal to happen. Now, I was devastated and very upset that we never got the Luka Jovic deal on the line. You can't blame the board completely. He was our first choice priority. I was told by numerous sources. My personal source as well told me that Luka Jovic was the #1 priority. But because of transfer ban and other factors as well, it collapsed in the last second. And the thing is as well is, he even had his medical booked. It went that far. Yes, it's depressing. It went that far. He had his medical booked. And he obviously went to Real Madrid. Now, obviously, if they do offer 100 million euros for N'Golo Kante, yes, we lose a world-class player. But like I mentioned, the factors that I just mentioned, we have already Mateo Kovacic, Casano, Bruno Guimaraes, and also because he's approaching his 30s, he's going to have a lot more prone to more muscular injuries, which will be a massive hindrance and issue to the team. But when you sign a bright 21-year-old in Luka Jovic, world-class potential, one of the hottest prospects, hottest strikers in Europe right now, for me, he would elevate your squad to a new level. He suits Lampard's system. He's strong, physical, perfect suited for the Premier League, fast, very clinical, easy top 3 clinical finishes in Europe right now as well. He has it all. He's a complete forward, and for me, if Real Madrid ever came to the table with a €100 million offer for Kante plus Luka Jovic, I would be taking it any day of the week. Now, if N'Golo Kante was 26, this would be a completely different story. My point is N'Golo Kante is approaching his 30s. He has muscular injuries. He's going to be more prone to them. He relies so much on his athleticism, and it's going to be a massive hindrance for the team. And don't get me wrong, right? I don't want to sell him. He's a top player, he's a world-class player, and it would improve Real Madrid immediately. But we have to start thinking long-term now. Would this really benefit the team at the moment? And the answer is not really. So for me, we have to start looking for the future, start looking for long-term, and I think that Luka Jovic, if we did ever sign him, would be a top draw, top-class player to have. And for me, I think that if we did get 100 million euros plus Luka Jovic for N'Golo Kante, for me, I'll definitely be taking that. Like I said, there were Spanish reports reporting that Real Madrid are willing to offer 100 million euros plus James Rodriguez. Leave me your thoughts in the comment section below on your thoughts on that story. Personally, I wouldn't take that because we don't need James Rodriguez. We have Mateo Kovacic, we have Loftus-Cheek, we have Mason Mount, and there's other targets such as Jadon Sancho we'll be looking at that can, you know, is world class for those wing positions that can really suit Lampard's system. But that's just my thoughts, opinions. Leave me your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. If you do enjoy this video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel if you're not on here. Make sure you hit the bell notification so you're notified for every time I upload on this channel. And also make sure you follow me on social media, Twitter, Kamal_AA_, and my Instagram, Kamal_double_AA. And yeah, I'll see you guys for my next video. Peace.